The mic is in the on position. Let's try to find ourselves as usual. And hopefully we can hear ourselves talking. Hello, hello. Yes, I can indeed. Let's plug the earphones in. And pop out the chat. Pop out the chat. Tim is in the house. Craig is in the house. How are yous, gentlemen? How are yous? Look at me. There's no hiding it, boys. The last one. Let's enlarge that stuff up to 125%. Cars is in the house. Hello, Cars. How are yous? I was watching. Damo's in the house as well. It's not the end, says Damo. It feels like it's the end, Damo. It feels like it's the end. It should. It's meant to be the end. It's time to move on. So it is. Even if I don't feel like I'm going to like the next game anywhere near as much as I like this one. But it's time to move on. We can't be stuck in the past. I've been watching Super GT this last couple of hours on the television screen. GT7 looks insane. I seen Key. I didn't see him on, but I seen there before it started that he done a stream of it as well. So did he get it early too, or was he on his American account and they have it earlier, or what? And I heard him saying at the very start of it, I clicked on it just to see if he was playing the actual game, and he was. And at the very start, he says there's like over a half an hour of stuff you have to do even before you get to play it. So I'm hoping. I'm awful when it comes to that stuff. Do you see, when it comes to getting a new game, if it's a big complicated menu, and I'm absolutely mustard at trying to learn that new game and try to figure out what I've to do in it. So hopefully there'll be some people in the chat helping me out and stuff, saying to me, no, you have to go here, you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to press this button. Yours is arriving tomorrow. Mine is downloaded and ready to rumble. Still haven't heard anything at all about a PS4 version, so I'm hoping I've not just wasted 60 quid. You finished the beetle library and it's uploaded. If I'd like to see it, says Commando. Are you on my friends list, Commando, on the second account? Have you added me on the second account? Keys disc copy arrived this morning, so he could play it. But was he allowed to? Is he going to get in trouble for playing it? Neil's in the house as well. Thanks very much for hopping in, guys. Reviewers say it's running fine on PlayStation 4. Get in there. No, but you sent me a friend request. Right, let me go and check for those friend requests now. Accepted. Right, so now if I go to activity feed, oh, is that us there? A quick library I made for the YouTuber Stephen Scott for the great races and streams he gave me. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Let's add that to the collection and we'll have a wee preview of it. Thank you. Snap on. Go on. Show me the ass. Show me the ass. Thank you, man. Looking well, looking well. Thank you very much, sir. Your for sale board went up today, so it could be moving very soon. Will you moving house, Tim? He can't get in trouble because he owns the copy, and there is no embargo on the disc versions, right? If I knew that, I'd have tried the bad disc version earlier. Anyway, let's go and sign ourselves up for a race. Four minutes to chill out. You're buying a new build. Nice, nice. Good luck with it, man. Neil says, my bloody TV in the spare room packed in the day. A 50-inch TV, smoke coming from the back of it. What were you doing with it, Neil? What were you doing with that bloody thing? Were you watching it for too long? Playing too much of your PlayStation on it? You burnt it out. Is it old? Is it still under warranty? Commando says, right, well, I got to go now, but I will join soon and see you. Yes, Commando, thank you very much for the library, sir. Can't wait for the 1 gigabit Ethernet. I seen Jimmy was on as well. I didn't go and watch him, but I heard him. Him and Super GT had a phone call. I mean, when you're in the know, you're in the know. "3 years old, no warranty left." It's for the bin, by the sounds of it. Can't believe I'll not be playing this anymore. And I hope I like the next game. I know how devastated I was when my favourite motocross game, when the new one came out and everybody left the old one and went to the new one, and we all burned our lamps out. There was a few people who liked the new one. The few people who liked the new one were usually the slow guys on the old one, and they're a wee bit quicker on the new one whenever it first came out. That's why they liked it. But it wasn't too long before they ended up back as the slow guys again, and then a whole pile of people went back to the old game, but it was just never the same again. So it kind of split the community. You haven't seen any GT7 sports modes yet. Super GT done a couple of races there, but there's no one on. There's only 3 people in his room. I mean, so there was, and in the second race I watched him trying to sign up to. It never matched, so there mustn't have been anybody on. And I think there's a couple of hours of grinding as well before you even get allowed to do any online races. So we'll see how it goes. It'll take me a long time just even to learn how to navigate the bloody menu and figure out what I have to do. Mr. Chicken is in the house. Hello, Mr. Chicken. Did I watch Tim talking about United? I didn't even know United was playing. When did they play? The day? He's streaming online races tomorrow night. He'll be doing a whole pile. He's been saying he's gonna be live streaming lots, back into it full time. I would imagine this could be a quiet stream as well because of GT7. Jimmy had over 7,000 people watching him. Super GT had over 5,000 people watching him. Rain is in the house. Today is a sad day, Rain. I know. Look at my bake. There's no hiding this amount of sadness. I can try and look like I'm brave, but it'll not work. The start of a new year. Hopefully it's a badass year as well, you know, even if there's settings and stuff. Hopefully it'll be good. Are you all ready to rumble, Rain, on the... Why is that in the middle? Are you ready to rumble on the new game as well, Rain? Have you got it all downloaded and ready to go? I finished my download a couple of hours ago. Cars, I'll try and get a wee sample. I'll be going at some point as well, like, but whether we'll get anyone in is another story. Chicken thinks GT7 looks boring. Well, I'm in my online stuff, you know, so we'll not really know what it's like until the online stuff starts to get all opened up and what have you, and see what the daily races and the FIA races and stuff, how they're gonna get down. Like GT Sport wasn't that exciting either. It was it was all about the sport mode that made it exciting for me anyway. Looks like in the new one there's going to be an awful lot of grinding in the offline mode. I mean, just to try and get all cars and what have you. Keep going here while I feel like I'm on a decent lap. Ha ha ha, he said right before throwing that decent lap away. Your PlayStation account expired yesterday. That could be a sign. What do you mean your PlayStation account expired? You mean your PlayStation subscription ran out and you have to pay another 50 quid or something? I've got that stuff set up with a direct debit. Carl is in the house. Are we all excited for GT7? I'm more nervous than excited. It's going to take me quite a while just to learn how to navigate through the menu of it and figure out what parts you need to buy, and wouldn't surprise me if I ended up buying parts that I didn't need, or buying an engine that's too powerful and not being allowed into whatever race I need and stuff. But I'll get stuck into it. Hopefully we'll learn. You probably don't need more than a dozen cars. I need to figure out a way to grind money and start buying the. Scott, do you see my message in the chat? I seen that one. Cars. What other message? Go on, write it again, Cars. I'm looking at the chat. Neil says I'm definitely going to screw GT7 up big time. At 17:07. Is it a big message? You're having me scrolling back again. You know what I'm like. 17:07. That's a lot of scrolling back. I'm still scrolling. $17:07. I'm away, unfortunately, so my will download. Yours will download this weekend. There we go. Back to just take it slow. Don't be hasty at buying stuff. Let's set up a party chat and work through the stuff together. We'll get there. We'll just have to footer about. But if we end up wasting money and buying stuff we don't need and all, then we'll just have to do another bit of grinding. I'll not be. Does any of you know as well? Thank you, Tim. Does any of you know? Do you make more money if it's on the harder level, or if you put it on the easy level? Because the way I usually go through games is, if there's no change in money that you're winning, I usually just stick it on the easy level and try to get through that stuff as quick as possible. Like I'll not be grinding. I was watching Super GT there, trying to get faster times and faster times. I don't do that stuff. If I get gold, I move on. I just try to get through the game as quickly as possible. Try and get that stuff out of the way. You can't do Sambas, no problem. I'd be very surprised if we can even get a Samba bus lobby going anyway. Mr. Chicken is hoping, he's going to wait for the community not to be happy with GT7 and come back to GT Sport. They won't. You might get a wee handful of them coming back, but they won't. So they won't, man. And if that stuff does start happening, Mr. Turismo will just look at the spreadsheet and just say, right, turn the servers off. That'll sort them out. Only a matter of time before the servers are turned off as well. And there's nothing on GT Sport for me, like only the online mode and the FIAs and dailies. So there'll already be no more FIA races on GT Sport. It'll only be daily races, and all the excitement about the daily races is usually all the fast guys whenever they turn up, you know. So all the fast guys will be on the new game. You reckon they're going to turn them off in August, or you think everyone will head back to it? If you're hoping everyone's going to head back, man, you're going to be hoping for a long time. Even if there is a handful of guys end up staying on GT Sport, like the place where the main amount of the community will all be moving on, and they'll be giving you stick. They'll be like, move on, you're stuck in the past, for goodness sake. There's a new game out. Have you not heard about the new game that's out? You need to move on. You've got another 6 months. You boys are still doing on GTS. You still need the servers to stay open as well that long in. They might not. Like, what is Gran Turismo's history? When you look back over all their previous games, what is their history in terms of their servers? How long do they usually leave that stuff open? They're going to turn them off in August, you think? People will go back if certain daily races come up. Yeah, it could maybe bring, some people back if there's a few changes and some new combos and what have you come up. But again, if the new game feels a lot different and it affects your consistency and speed, I don't think we'll see many of the good guys, all those big sexy names that you usually see up in top split lobbies. I don't think we'll see any of those guys back. The tuning part could send people back. I don't know if that'll send people back, but it'll certainly. They might be forced into bringing a BOP into it. That's what I think. We'll just have to wait and see. how it all works out. It could be the way a few of you have said in the chat. You could just end up with somebody will figure out, I mean, what the OP car is and the OP settings, and it'll be a one make race, or the racing in the manufacturers and all the different cars will be not competitive at all. Like, there was loads of complaints in GT Sport even about OP cars, and they kept on messing about, I mean, with the BOP and trying to get it as even as they could. So if it ends up that there's a huge big difference in the cars and what have you, they'll have to try and do something. And they do seem to be trying, you know, even on GT Sport. It's good when you see, even though they didn't get it right for us, but it's good that they try, you know. Some games just come out, and if there's all problems with it, it's just like, well, that's the way it goes. Tim reckons they'll rotate it. They'll have tuning on BOP. I know, I thought they would have spiced up their online mode. They still could, but you know, I thought they would have had some kind of endurance race. Like, most of the community would all love a bit of an endurance daily race. Even with the BOP, not all the cars were equal. I know. It's whether it keeps it as close or if it just spreads it out. Right. Was there anyone here to play? There was people here. Was still playing. Kalisville was still here playing. So he was. Arthur was still here having himself a go. Mr. Lee Borgia was in the house. We can take our time. Come a little closer. Let's go over what I had in mind. 3 Spaniards were second, third and fourth. That's right, I have a good race. Good luck to everybody that turned up that day. Don't you worry, we can take our time. 5:30. What's that make it? 7 or 8 hours to the new game is officially allowed to be played. I just heard about Chelsea as well. My mum and dad called down today. Chelsea up for sale. Haven't even heard any news about that. So I haven't. Wonder what's going to happen there. Is he going to make sure that They're out of debt. Is he going to sell them cheap? Right, let's see what the first one of the day holds in store. Hopefully survival. Mr. Turismo wants a top 5. $17 in the house. Thank you very much, guys, for hopping in. Jonathan Ernest is in the house. You're in the race. Yes, you too, man. Good luck. Oof. was shy stepping. The leaders dropped a wee wheel there as well though. Come on. Scotty, everyone in chat needs to be a mod. Hit fast second wave spanner. No alerting a lesson. Too many spanners. And they all start arguing between each other. Alert my lesson. Handing out spanners for free. Left, right and centre. I ended up having messages sent to me. I don't want my spanner anymore unless you take his spanner away. Right, the guy up in the second now was a bit quicker than us. What was that, Stephen? What was that, you fool? My goodness. Right back with us now, straight away. A huge big queue as well. have to fight it. We're gonna have to fight it. Come on, man. Oh, oh. My goodness, that lag. A shitload of lag. Cully's full up behind us now as well. That's been that lag. It's taking him out. Oh, sick. My goodness, I'm not the race with that shit. Oh my goodness. Oh, we're gonna get mauled, we're gonna get mauled. Flies in the house and bugs in the house. Apologies for missing the chat, lads. That one started off very, very good, and then went downhill once the GTS 92 guy came back up to us. Thanks for hopping in, guys. When are you back home, Flash? $17 in. Thanks for hopping in, guys. For probably our last ever Gran Turismo stream. Yeah, bug. Ed is in the house. Hello, Ed. Can I drive a different car? Yeah, I could maybe bounce into the Beetle. So good. I think the Corvette's a half decent car here as well. I'm not sure how competitive we'll be in them, like, but Clive is in the house. Hello, Clive. Yeah, I don't always get notifications either, the guys I'm subscribed to. So I don't. YouTube seems to just randomly decide. I'll tell you the day, but not tomorrow. Glasgow's in the house. Scotty, we should do some open lobbies in GT7 when we can help each other get up to speed with the new physics and stuff. Yeah, I believe there's a bit of grinding to do on it first, Glasgow, before you're even able to, to do any open lobbies. But I think if it operates the same way as this here game does, I think I'll be grinding until I get enough money to buy the fastest car in the game, and then I'll make my money the same way as what I did on this here. As long as it has an auto drive function, then I'll, whenever I go to bed at night time or something, or whenever I'm gonna sleep for a lot of hours, I'll do a big 40-50 lap race. You're hyped for GT7. What has you hyped, JJ? Tell me why you're hyped, because I'm still not hyped. Like, I'm still worried about it. What have you seen that has made you excited about it? You were not excited the last time I spoke to you. You were like, oh no, it's gonna be ruined. They're gonna ruin it. What has changed your mind, young man? Because the game looks good. I'm hoping it still looks good on the standard PlayStation. Like, you're nervous and you're hyped all at the same time. It's like a world championship race that JJ's about to enter into. He's excited that he's made it to the final, but he's absolutely fucking shiting himself. He feels like, I don't want to be here, but I do want to be here. I don't want to race, but I do want to race. I have bought mine, I can tell you that. I bought it a few hours ago and it has completed its download. We're now just waiting on it being able to play it, and then trying to figure out the menu. It looks like, even watching Steve play it there, the menu looks like a big confusing menu to me. Check us in the house. Thanks for hopping in, guys. Scotty, you should start a new stream at midnight and play GT7. Hehehehe, says JJ. I suspect you're not going to get much sleep tonight, JJ. Huh? I would imagine I'd be surprised. Have you not heard anything from other streamers? What about Dale and Womble, Jev, Key? Is none of them ins? I see Key was actually already on anyway, playing it, so no need for him to do an all-nighter. But any other streamers who aren't allowed to play it until midnight? Yeah, Bug. Steve said it definitely, it feels a bit better, a bit more punishing and stuff whenever you're driving, which is all good. A couple of things. Key's live again now. The a couple of the views, I've seen Steve messing about with the views, and it made it look very strange as he was wiggling left and right, the movement of it. Yeah, I heard Steve saying about the curbs. You have to be a lot more careful now with the curbs. I'm braking in a straight line. PS4 and PS5 are the same from what you've heard. Only the loading times are different. Good. That's good news then. It'll not be a waste of 60 quid anyway. What one have you got, JJ? Did you get the £90 one, or the £60 one? And what are you on, JJ? Are you on a PlayStation 5 or are you on a PlayStation 4? Surely you're on a PlayStation 4, or else I would have heard the news that you were on a PlayStation 5. What I had in mind. You got the £60 one, not enough money for the £90, and you're on PlayStation 4. You're just on a standard PlayStation 4 as well, and it's not a Pro. Same as me. The Spanish guy who had problems with the last one isn't here. I've still got bloody ringing in my ears as well. Hasn't went away now, about 4 or 5 days. Less grass and less track detail, less distant features in the mirror, etc. As long as it still looks, as long as it doesn't look like the way Assetto Corsa looked in the PlayStation 4. Like Assetto Corsa looked awful in the PlayStation 4 compared to the PlayStation 5 and the PC version. So it did. So as long as it still looks like a good game and it's not all blurry and stuff. All the PlayStation 5 guys will be getting out for qualifying and stuff then a bit quicker, just the same as what they're doing in this game. I think that's really the only difference in this one. Jerry says it's not the end. I don't know, Jerry. Look at my face. It feels like it. There's no hiding that stuff. PS4 users will do fine, says Damo. Good. Right. Try number 1 started absolutely outstanding for us on lap 1, and then lap 2, the shit hit the fan. What does try number 2 have in store? Mr. Turismo wants a top 6. Not for you anyway. You're still going to be doing some GT sport. I'll throw myself into the new one. See if I can learn as much as I can about it. Come on, it's actually a green car there. sake. He didn't feel too guilty for it here, did he? Didn't feel too guilty for it. Come on, man. Oh, he's going to sit beside him. Oh, Stephen. Come on. Me? Come on, come on. Nice race, nice race. What is the news on Chelsea? My dad says to me the day when he was down that they are up for sale. So the plan, thank you Craig, so the plan of him handing it over to someone else, that wasn't good enough. There was problems with that as well, so they're now up for sale. Yes, that was a good one, wasn't it? Very close. What? Disconnected from the network at the end of the race. What does that mean? Is that gonna punish me? Or will that give me that fourth? I wonder. No MPS server. What does this mean, boys? What does this mean? Match and field. You're unable to join. Your entry has been cancelled. Any of you ever had this problem? Are we still online even? Apparently Abramovich is trying to get out quick. Chelsea for sale. Abramovich is getting out. The crosshairs. Maybe PSN is down. Well, there's still all online lobbies opened, it seems. So he'll surely pay off any debts, because he's been a good owner, like. So I wouldn't like to think he'll leave the club with any debts. But if he has to sell them cheap, and someone comes in who's not a Norbig billionaire, the same as him, Chelsea's not going to be one of the big. the big teams anymore, because they can't even fill, I mean, their own stadium. So they can't. If you look at the amount of money that they'll, I mean, bring in themselves, they'll not bring in anywhere near the amount of money, I mean, compared to what they were whenever he was owning them. Right, let's try and tick in again. Working now, maybe. He's writing off the 1.5 billion that Chelsea owes him. Just as well, or they'd be going in the administration, is it you call it? I wonder who else is going to come in then for them. And my dad was saying as well about the Haas Formula 1 team as well, the German driver. They've had to redo all their car and take any German sponsors and all. Oh, fucking happy. Prices of everything's gone up as well, isn't it? Apparently 500 litres of oil used to be £170 last year. 500 litres of oil now are like £380. There's a consortium with a Swiss billionaire. Another billionaire coming in. I wish a billionaire would come in for United and get rid of him or that and charge us. I mean, them boys in charge of us are businessmen making money out of the club year in, year out. No interest in just the way these owners are basically doing it for a hobby. They've got too much money. They're like, oh, I like football. Yep, I'm going to buy a football club. There we go. Spend all that amount of money. As much as I'm allowed. Mr. FA, how much money am I allowed to spend if I have as much as I want? You can spend 500 million this year if you want. Thank you. Jerry, I'll be back in a bit, not a problem. All about the money. Not in football these days. Like, I mean, when you look, I mean, the Man City owners, Abramovich was a really good owner. The Man City owners, really good owners. They're not interested in making money out of the football club. The Newcastle owners will more likely be the same. I mean, they want to have a football team that's capable of winning the league and winning the Champions League. It's kind of all about, I mean, glory. I mean, so it is, rather than Nemens, I mean, taking any money out of the club again. Whereas Glaziers are just, they're businessmen. It's all about making money for their own pockets. They do have loads of money. I agree with you there, but I mean, we don't have loads of money because of the Glaziers. We have loads of money because we're, I mean, one of the biggest clubs in the world, and we make, I mean, that much money in revenue. I mean, the owners of the club still take money every year out of our club, I mean, and put it into their own pockets, you know, and there's no other owners like of any of the big clubs spending all the money that are doing that. You never seen Abramovich sticking money back in his own pocket, or Man City don't stick a load of money back in their own pocket. So I know we've plenty of money and we spend plenty of money, but we should be able to spend plenty more than what we are spending. And the fact that Emmons are in charge as well, that does a whole lot, I think, in terms of, I mean, the club going in the wrong direction. I think Ronaldo's has done all right, man. I don't know why people are complaining about Ronaldo that much. Where would United be without Ronaldo this season? They'd be absolutely nowhere. So they would. He's definitely, if Ronaldo had went to Man City, he'd have got the golden boot, hands down. I think if he'd have went to Man City, playing in a team like that. You have to give it to the guy. Like, he's, even at the age he's at, he still has a lot to offer. I mean, so he does. He's certainly not the wee whippet that runs up and down the wing. But the man knows how to stick a ball in the back of the net. Julie Stansbury, you're a bat, Julie. You'll not be playing spin to win. I've seen your ones before. Starting this one in 5th, but at least the servers are still up and running. Kalishville going from the back once again. And 9-11 in front of us. I'm not too sure if that's a good thing. (6:30). Cars is back in the house. At least the lobbies are full. Yeah. I would say the lobbies will be full. Even in another month or two, they'll still be full, but they'll not be full of A pluses. You'll see top split starting to look more like a top split in the early hours of the morning. Well, we're not number one anyway, because he's number one. Mr. Turismo wants a top 4. got him just out of the slip where he's on his own, like. Alright, flies. Come on, clang, clang. Right off it. Only third. I know it was up for grabs for a second. A battle of bubbly. A lonely race like, but a mistake-free race really. Actually, I have been lurking here, haha, says JJ. Just had Scotty on in the background while I was playing F1. You enjoying that Formula 1 game, JJ? You've been playing it a while now, haven't you? Thank you, Bug. Are you just playing it offline, JJ? Against the AI? Going through a season or what? Just play offline. Commando's back in the house. F1 online is trash. Yeah, I know. I don't think there's never been any Formula 1 games that are any good online. A destruction derby, usually. JJ, I think you should get on and say cheerio to Gran Turismo Sport with a couple of daily races. What do you think? I used to play Formula 1 games away years and years ago. Enjoyed them, like, but it was always offline, and there was always only 2 or 3 tracks. I mean, there were the AI was able to give you a good race. Used to just usually do like a 50% race whenever I jumped on one of the odd tracks that they were half decent on. What I had in mind, 17 in, not bad numbers considering there'll be all sorts of Gran Turismo 7 streams going at the moment. And Key, someone said Key was back on the minute. Steve will still be on. Jimmy will probably still be on. Yes, indeed, Tom back. JJ wants a spanner back and then maybe he'll join me. JJ has to be patient with his spanner. If he can show a bit of patience waiting on getting his spanner back, that's a very good sign that maybe when he gets his spanner back, he'll have the patience with his spanner. Let's see who is on. Key's on. Jimmy's still on. Steve must have got off, has he? No, he's not. Steve's still on. Nearly 5,000 watching him. Jerry is back in the house. A mug of tea and custard creams in your hand. Where would you get it? I'm gonna have a blast of air at the door. My fire's nearly out, so I'll throw a couple of bits of coal on and then stick a log in the door. Get a bit of air. That's it, keep her going for another few hours. Let's get the door open. Oh, it's dark already. It's dark already. 2.5 minutes. I'll throw a couple of darts. $60. $39. $2. Oh. I was, Jerry, I was throwing a couple of darts there. Just getting a wee bit of air. I'm sick smoking as well, you know. Only doing it because I'm bored. Nearly in for another one. Killian. I'm pulling this one. Fento has turned up as well. Commando's in the house. And Kalisful is still here as well. And I didn't move the camera. I know. I didn't. I should have. I will the next time. Still got an annoying cough. Just never able to get rid of the wee needles in the throat. No matter how much you cough, nothing comes up. An AMG in front of us, and an M6 and an FT1. What I had in mind, baby, lock 'em doors and turn. How far behind am I in the stream, I wonder? Let's put the finger up and watch. There's the finger up. What's that, about 10 to 15 seconds? Yeah, about that, Terry. If we're being precise, I would maybe say closer to 12. Oh, something nice. Racing so far the day. I feel like I'm driving. Alright. Not many mistakes, he said. Man, I don't know why you tried to come in there. Look at your radar. There's a sexy car on your left hand side. Tried to take that corner like he was in the track on his own. Oh, I cheated. I think I cheated, guys. No, we didn't. I'm showing you a sexy nose just because you have a sexy nose there now, mate. Just because you went for it and me. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Should have made friends at the start of the race with me, and you wouldn't even consider that shit. But you turned up here and you wanted a race from the start. Oh, it might have been a bit dirty there, you know. Oh, a wee bit of a gap, Commando, a wee bit of a gap. Policeman's got himself right up in the slip. What do I think? A many wiggles. Could I wiggle a whole bit along the straight and get second? They'll be frowning upon me, like they'll definitely be frowning upon me. Let's give them a side to side. Let's share that stuff. Wee bit to you and a wee bit to you. And back out to you. Come on. Bring it home, baby. Bring it home. It worked. It worked out. A wee wiggle was all it was needed that day. We would have got 4th place there, but we shook the ass all over the place. They were probably frowning upon me. They were like, God damn it, we've got a wiggler. Have I bought the game yet, Scotty? Yes, Flash, I done it a few hours ago. She's downloaded and ready to go. Well done, Commando, holding Calishful off as well. Apologies for the wiggle, man. Apologies for the wiggle. Thank you, Craig. It definitely worked. Yes, that was an all nice one. So it was. I feel like I'm driving good today. I feel like I'm pushing a bit more than what I was finding the limits. I'm not usually a wiggler, so I'm not, but I seen Khaleesville in the background and I thought to myself, I'm not even going to get a bottle of bubbly here, like if I just stay straight. Both of them's going to drive past me. And I thought to myself, let's do it. Let's shake the ass all over the place. Thank you, Jerry. What's happened? What have we missed? A 5 sec calling Khaleesville dirty. The homie apologies to us. Homie Sadrant. I don't really think he did anything like to have the apologies for. I can't say I remember him doing. He just raced us from the start. As soon as he had an opportunity, he sent it on us, which made me have side by sides right away with him. Thank you, Bug. What time are we at? 7:30. I don't think I'm gonna stay on now on this here for a long time. I mean, right up to midnight if I am contemplating maybe doing another stream at midnight, even if it's only for a wee hour or something, just to try to learn anything about the new game. I heard Key saying that there's over a half an hour of stuff to do even before you get to drive. I'd like to know what that half hour stuff is, and if it's a half hour for Key. Damo, apologies. Yes, catch you later, man. Have a good practice. If it's a half an hour for Key before he gets to drive, then you can be sure a dofty like me will probably stretch that half hour into an hour, maybe an hour and a half. When can we expect your GT7 review? You know me, Jerry, I don't know about a review. I'm bog standard. Reviews will have wee edits and wee clips from here, there and everywhere. I don't know anything about the editing. I suppose I could bring something out maybe. Crying, I don't like it. I thought it was going to be good. And they're going to turn off the GT Sports servers. I hate it. You expect the usual in-depth analysis. I'll see what I can do, Jerry. If I can hit the square button, I suppose, which saves the last hour of gameplay, so I could. I'll come up with something. But it'll be laughable. It'll be laughable compared to all the other reviews. It'll be like, clearly this guy is bog standard. He's just sitting talking about a shite. Hasn't really supplied us with much information at all. He's just told us that he's a bit sad. That could become a meme. What do you think about Gran Turismo 7? And then a clip to me. I thought it was going to be good. It's good that replays on it doesn't have the black surround. Right, that's good, so you get to see everything that you see whenever you're actually driving. That is a wee bit annoying whenever you're doing the replays. Not long till the Formula 1 starts either, boys. Hopefully it'll be all nice and close. Whether it will or not, like they've changed the rules many a times, hoping to make it a lot closer. And then there's usually one team who is head and shoulders above the rest at the start of the season. Hopefully it'll be all very close. A lot more to do with the drivers. I think I'll say this one, it could be my last one, and then I'll get myself sat down and wee cup of tea and a sandwich or something made. Get ready for midnight. I don't think I'll be on all night like at all, but even if I'm only on for a wee hour or something, just to try and get that, the real boring stuff out of the way. The early indication from the drivers don't sound positive for better racing. Why? What have the drivers been saying? Heard all I heard is them saying about it's very hard to see, and I seen a driver sitting in the car from the front, and very, very low. You could only see like the top of his helmet. They'll be driving the way I drive a Samba bus, so they will, holding their head up like that, trying to see out. I'm a wee bit worried about that there dangerous track as well. Remember, it's going to be round 2, I think, this year. The dangerous one that they went to last year, it was only new. Nice looking, spectacular looking track, but if that's the same this year with cars that are just as fast but don't have as much downforce and all, I hope there's no injuries. It's very difficult to control. You can't floor it. You can't ride the curbs. That's all good stuff, but that's all good stuff for me. Some are saying it's still hard to follow. And visual issues. I heard about the visual issues. Yeah, we're talking about F1. They'll get used to the visual stuff, but you know what I mean? A wee crash or a wee nudge in the car, or a wee tapping a barrier here and there. It'll only be a matter of time before they get the judgment down. JJ's back again. Where did you go? Where did you go this time? Who be you watching? Arthur's back. Kalisful's back. Derek is starting from the back. Mario Sonic is starting from the back. Hopefully we won't even see any of them as the far race goes the way we hope. The guy behind is a bit quicker. Benson is in the house. Hello Benson, thanks for hopping in. You haven't seen Lando for a long time. Lando's been in a few of our races. Who is he? I've noticed him in a few. Yeah, Flash, when do you get home? And I know you've told me at least 2 or 3 times, and I don't remember that stuff. We can take our time. Benson, what are you thinking? Have you been watching anything about GT7? He used to be in FIA races with us when we got in together. Kalisville says to Arthur, in a nice kind of way, Suckle. No, he's threw an L in there. I don't know what the L's for. He basically says, suck my balls. In a polite kind of way, like I'm sure. And Arthur sticks his tongue out, so he's willing to lick them. Don't know about the sucking part, but he's definitely willing to give them a lick, it appears. Fair play to them, fair play to them. Huh? Everyone doing the licenses. I know, I look forward to getting through all that as quickly as possible. If you don't get any extra money for doing it on a harder level, I'll just fly through it as quickly as possible on the easy level, just to try and open stuff up in the game. Good luck, boys. Some aren't enjoying it, saying it's too hard. It's not good for me. I'm usually crap at a new game. Oh, come on, man. What the fuck was that? What was that? Fucking big boy. There was an idiot turned up that day. Mario just punted him off. advantage of it, like, but the slip is gone. Oh dear. Why is it not changing down gears? What? That's, it's messed up my gears. No, I'm holding my wheel upside down. I thought that crash had reversed my steering wheel there. It was a sad, sad race, this one. JJ thought I was actually crying for a moment. I was! There was no hiding it. How do you expect me to hide that amount of sadness? You know what I mean? We all cry sometimes, JJ. Even your dad, I bet you. Even though you think your dad's like Superman or the Incredible Hulk. He's just scared of nothing. I bet you. Sometimes your mum will make your dad cry. Like a big girl's blouse. All started off with that big lad, whoever he is. I'll have to save the replay just to see. There he is there, big slate. My god, I would have loved never catching him, like, because we gave up. But if I thought we might have got to say hello to him. I wish I could send him a message now as well as we were driving, as if we were in the lobby. Tell him he was a bad boy, for sure. Roy Orbison made crying okay. I thought it was Paul Gascoigne made crying okay, huh? It certainly wasn't Clint Eastwood. Never seen him cry. Or John Wayne. We're bored shitless. Let's try something different. assuming that's him in front of us now. Unless there's two guys in the room with big in their name. An Italian. Busy. Eating spaghetti bolognese or something there to start that race, I bet you. Definitely need to save the replay. Just to see what went down. Whoa, a change of view. And again, yes. And I'll shake the ass for the fans as well there. One-handed shaking of the ass. Professional. Swap hands and everything so I can. And still survived that stuff. Sorted. That's a different guy. Big sleep. Biggie boy. There was two big ones. Although the other one's down to 15th as well. We'll check to see if it, just to make sure it was him, like. But the speed that he drove into us, certainly can't imagine someone punted him. Biggie boy took you and another guy out at turn number 1. We can take our time. It would be nice now to have spectator mode. I bet you he'll be a lever at the end of the lobby as well. Did you see Chuppa's? I was watching Chuppa's stream. Was it yesterday or the day before? I think so it was, but there was some boy called him an idiot. And Chuppa was like, oh, you think I'm the idiot? You think I... And he was writing, so he was. And he was like, what was it he wrote? He wrote, everyone on the live stream saw what you did. You are the idiot. And then by the time he sent it, your man had left. He was gutted. He was like, he left. What an idiot, guys. What an idiot. He didn't even stay. Nothing as bad as spending time writing out your frustrations only to post it and see that the damn son of a bitch has left the room. An or bad. We can take our time. Takes you ages to type on the PlayStation. Yeah, I know. I see they don't even have any of the quick ones anymore in the new game either. They should give you options so as you can have like preset ones already typed out. If you did have that option, I would have the explanation of the headlight flashes typed out. The full works. Commando at the front as well, so we had the speed. We had the speed to be up there, having a bit of fun with him. We're going to have to go again now. We can't end on that. Have to do your exercises the physio gave you to do. Not a problem, Jerry. Have fun. Well, let me drive backwards a bit so that I can be doing donuts for them as they come over the finish line. So it's going to disqualify me. Surely it'll not disqualify me when I'm doing donuts. It did! Can't even save the replay now. Oh dear. Can't even go and look to see what happened there at the start of that. And we'll be punished. We'll be punished for SR and all as well there, will we? JJ, talk to me. What's the punishment for being disqualified from a race? Not just rage quitting, actually driving that bad that you're disqualified. A DR reset, perhaps. Excuse me. GT7 won't start for 3 days. What do you mean? All the online stuff? My punishment? Fuck, I hope not. For being a naughty boy, I was trying to make the fans happy. So I was. I can't believe I can't get to see that replay now to see how dirty of a dog he was at the start. Biggie boy. You won in the Lexus. Commando, can you save the replay? If you're in the lobby, are you able to save the replay and have a quick look at it and see what happened in turn number 1 to me? If it was indeed your man Biggie boy who just completely went momos on us. Thank you, man. Carl says, watching Key doing the track experience and it's seriously hard. Zal has only just got gold. That's a reason not to do it on the hard level for me then. Stick it on the easy level. Just try and get through all that stuff and get golds as quick as you can. Can't tell if he lost control or not, but Biggie Boy was definitely full throttle. Who was it hit into me? The Biggie Boy guy? He seemed like he was going way too fast. Does anyone know yet that if you're doing all these license tests on the easy level and get gold, do you still get as much money as what you do if you're on the hard level? Biggie Boy hit me and the BMW behind me too. Bullied me, ganged up on me. He'd probably not even be back in the next one. I might not even be back in the next one because I got disqualified. I'm not sure how much SR you lose for being disqualified. Group 2 Honda is so sketchy, there's no grip in that thing. You'll probably have to buy tyres and get it all, suspension and brakes and everything set up for it before it feels any good. My SR should be fine. Good. Right on the track experience. You can't change anything about the car. Oh, you'd like to think on the track experience that the car is already tuned and stuff for you. On what level are they doing it on, Carl? Are they doing it on the hard level? You get disqualified because you pass out midway through. I'm assuming them boys are on the hard level. I'll do it on either the easiest level or the medium one. Exercise is done, hopefully getting there. You don't think you changed the level? Right, I seen Super GT. There was 3 different levels. I'm not sure when it was he picked that or anything, but I did see there was like wee chilies. You'll find out. Thank you. Thank you, mate. That was for the races, not for the license or the track experience. Right. And do you know, Craig, what level them boys have decided to pick for the races, and whether or not you earn more money? Or else if you get a gold on easy level, is that still a gold? Or does it mean you still have to then get gold on the next level and the next level? Or is it gold just to gold the way it is in Gran Turismo? Or the way it is on GT Sport? In the CAF menu you have difficulty levels. "40 seconds and we'll find out if Mr. Biggie Boy is back to kill us again." You're not sure about the money, but them ones are on the hard level. And the races didn't look that hard for Steve earlier on when I was watching. He was slicing through them. He's back again. Coffee at least, I would imagine, Jerry. Bound to be a wee cup of coffee available. Arkies is in the house. Thank you, thank you. We'll need it if the Biggie Boy drives the same as the last time. Wipe this out in turn number 1. Or turn 2. Oh. Good luck, Commando. I'll call that one each biggie boy. You fool. There's no hiding the joy and the satisfaction. There's really not, guys. Trying to nudge him there, but... Oh! JJ just sought revenge. It was a nice wee simple one, wasn't it? Oh my goodness. Almost lost it trying to clean up his tires. Derek up to 6th. Khalees will up to 8th. Derek is the third car back there. Quick enough to hunt us down, making this way. Haul a bit of ass ourselves. Losing time. Surely we've got it, surely we've got it. Tim is back in the house. Hello, Tim. I'm hoping Biggie Boy sends me a wee love message after this, asking why. Why? Like a granny. That revenge at the start of that race was so nice. Where did Biggie Boy? Biggie Boy's in ninth. A sexy second. Oh, did Arkies get a spanner in Super GT stream? Get in there, Arkies. I'm sure your finger's up in the air. One each, sir. Hopefully he understands that. He should know his football. Scores. He's on the pen, he's on the pen. let's call it a day. Let's end our conversation. Thank you. Congratulations. No problem. Thank you. Nice, Argy's nice. Congratulations, man. I'm gonna save that just so that I can have a wee look at the revenge. Commando, if you still have that replay, do you want to share it so as I can also have a look and see how poor he was when he took me out? Just in case I end up feeling guilty and thinking to myself, ach, he didn't even mean it. You got all excited. Good, good. I'm gonna call it a day at that one in case Biggie Boy is back for me. Library. Sweet, sweet revenge coming up. So is anybody else in the chat waiting for 12 o'clock to come to have a go? End of an era, I think so, Jerry, I think so. Hopefully the new game will be popular and good as well. Or it could be the end of a lot of us who are doing the streams and stuff, you know, like I wouldn't know what I would be doing on the channel if it wasn't for GT Sport. I know there'd be no one really having much of an interest in watching me cruising about playing SnowRunner and stuff. You rewinded and the German guy hit the Hungarian into me. Whose fault was it? Was it Biggie Boy? Commando, yes, could you upload the replay, please, if you would, so as I can have a wee nosy at it, just in case I have to send a letter of apology out. I can tell you that this here wee piece of revenge, oh, it felt nice. If you rewind the stream, you'll see the satisfaction on the face. We did cross our fingers that he would place himself on the outside of us. Hopefully I don't go back and watch what happened. I got disqualified, so I couldn't even save the replay to check it out. But here is the sweet revenge. We just open it up, place him on the outside of us. Oh, it was so subtle. It was so subtle. Let's go back on board with him and see how it went from his point of view. We'll check it out in a wee second. We may well end up feeling awfully guilty. Oh, I hope it was his fault. That was a badass revenge. If it was him at fault, I'm crossing my fingers, hoping it was. Coyote's pretty convinced. So whose fault do you think it was, Coyote? Who is the Hungarian and who's the... Is Biggie Boy the Hungarian? And you say a German drove into him? And give us a shout whenever the replay. Hungarian dive bombed the German and made the German spin, then Hungarian took Scotty out. I hope I'm right. The speed that I was hit was quite shocking. It certainly felt like a takeout. Coyote thinks it was a bit of bad luck. He took it well at the end there on the chin anyway, so he did. And will not turn up again in case he's angry with us. Hopefully he'll forget all about that stuff and end the conversation with us there. Scotty's never had bad luck. What are you talking about? Scotty's the luckiest driver in the history of Gran Turismo. The replay is uploaded, so save it because you'll delete it tomorrow. Right, so I just go to my menu, activity feed. Thank you. And we'll just play it. I don't need to save it. I just need to have a wee check at it. Thank you, Commando. How guilty am I about to feel? Is the face about to go red? I wonder. Have you been watching much of GT7, Coyote? Are you looking forward to it? No, JJ, I think that's me. I'm gonna get off and make myself some food. Maybe watch a wee bit of YouTube. And if I'm not tired, I'll maybe start another stream at midnight on GT7. I'm not sure how long I'll be on for, but even if it's only for a wee hour or something, and try and get me past all the boring stuff. I think so, yeah. I think I'll bounce on for. I'll not do an all-nighter on it, like. I'll definitely not do an all-nighter. But as long as I don't fall asleep. You've not watched a lot of GT7. I'm still nervous about it, to be honest. It's gonna need to be a badass game in order to to better this one for me. You reckon it'll be a game you'll be very good at because of the new handling model? Jerry says, well, if you do, Scotty, I hope you enjoy it. Yeah, me too, Jerry, me too. I'll probably not enjoy trying to figure out the menu and where to go and stuff, but we'll get there eventually. As long as it's a game that we'll like. If it's a game that we'll like, it'll be like SnowRunner. It took me ages to learn SnowRunner, but it was enjoyable enough for me to want to keep on playing it and keep learning. Catch you later, Jerry. Have a good one, man. Right, where are we? We'll look at it from my point of view first, and then we'll go back and find out for sure if I had the right for revenge. It felt awful from my point of view. I felt like I had been severely abused. That definitely, it even looked like I was severely abused. But from Piggy Boy's point of view, what did he do? He goes for the full send on him. His back end was out a bit, like Mingswood was, but still him it felt. For me, definitely still him it felt. Feel like we owed him one. That was a full sand he's went for there, which has made your man a wee bit annoyed at him probably. Let's go on with him. See what it's like from his point of view. He's probably thought to himself, why? And then he's lost the back end. He didn't get angry or anything there, like to mean to do anything. I think we're fine. I think that wee bit of revenge was fine. I'm still happy. I'm still quite happy I've done the revenge. Let's look at his inputs. Deserved revenge? I think so. I'm still pleased that it did a revenge move, and he did take it well. He didn't complain about that stuff. Not on the gas, like, not accelerating Indias. But yeah, definitely avoidable from him. Thank you, Commando. Thank you, man. There's no guilt. You can see it on my face. If there was any guilt there, I wouldn't be able to hide that stuff. There's a wee bit of pride, a wee bit of happiness. Yeah, not as dirty as what it felt from my point of view, but definitely worth a bit of revenge for me. Anyway, gentlemen, I'm going to get myself something to eat and hopefully stay awake, and I'll maybe be back at midnight on GT7 to try and learn something about the game. Thank you very much, anyone who's hopped in. If you haven't hit the like, feel free to hit it. 31 likes on the day stream. We'll hopefully see you in a few hours on the new game. Take care, and we'll catch you very soon.